I'll show you how it's done. Shazam!
Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to Underdeveloped. We have another video for you guys. Today we are covering the unbearable weight of massive talent.
Man, I sure wish our talent was as massive as Nick Cage's.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's possible.
No.
This movie made me want to watch some Nick Cage. I haven't seen The Rock. Yes, I know. I haven't seen Face Off. Yes, I know. And a bunch of other films he did, I have no idea. I just remember him from National Treasure, Ghost Rider.
Oh, I forgot about Ghost Rider. Yeah, he was in that. He was in those.
And a couple of other terrible movies he did in the 2000s. Mm-hmm. I still grew up on him. I still think he's great, but yeah. It turns out he's one of the grandchildren of Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah, he is.
So anyways, let's get into the unbearable weight of massive talent.
Down on his luck, actor Nicolas Cage repeatedly let his ego get in the way of his career and family life, causing him financial and emotional ruin. He gets a new lease on life befriending Pedro Pascal in Spain, but he has to spy against his new friend when the CIA tells Nick Cage that Pedro Pascal is actually a cartel boss and that only he can take him down.
Yeah, so basically, he's down his luck. He has children. He has problems with his child and his wife because he can't dissociate his work life from his normal life. It's kind of like a setup in most of those kind of like find yourself action movies like the 90s and shit. This movie, like, you're into a movie, it's kind of similar to when like some producer reads a script and decides if he wants to make that movie or not, or if he loves it or if he hates it. Or so when somebody watches a movie in the first few frames or the first scene, or by the time we get to the deciding incident, if they like it or love it or hate it. Like honestly, like 2-3 minutes into this movie, like I'm like, I love this. Mm-hmm. It's great. As soon as we saw Nick Cage on screen, my happiness bar stayed at 100 the entire flick. He was great. Him pitching that idea, him actually like trying like acting on the fly, like reading actively in front of the restaurant with this like writer, producer, whatever, like just doing that, and the way he just went, and then the meta on top of that, because this is so true. And if you like, we're in the film industry, so we get how everything works. Actors, filmmakers, like we get how shit works. So it's like, it really hits home for us. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, it does.
We get it. So that's what's so perfect for us.
Yeah.
Like this movie just wasn't good. Like it was like this movie like lit a fire to me. Like made me want to be creative. Like yo. It makes me ignited. It's that moment it ignited why I like this so much. Because working in the back end of the film industry so much, I kind of almost hate it now. You know what I mean? So it's like, so he kind of give me like the reason why I'm in this. You know what I mean? And it's worth it. All the sacrifice and all the pressure, everything is well worth it. So I'm glad. So I thank this movie. And Nick Cage, man, Nick Cage knocked it out the park. And not even just Nick Cage, like
Pedro Pascal was also fantastic.
Pedro Pascal was great. Like
I loved him in this.
He was fantastic, and I heard in real life he's actually a Nick Cage fan. It's not too far off, anyways. So you know what I mean. So I think that worked perfectly. I mean, he was really good. He really knocked out the park, man. I loved him. The only thing I would love more is if Nick agrees with me too. Is if they actually made him. They actually kept him as the big bad.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Instead of like, because the thing is that added to the drama. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it did.
Like, he actually criminal, and that would create like a lot of nuance to his character. That he's a person that can both be this ruthless killer crime boss, but this also impassioned fanboy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I 100% agree. Like, I feel like making the cousin the real evil guy. I'm like, I feel like it really takes away.
And the thing is, we didn't even build up that guy. The cousin became a generic villain.
Yeah.
When I get it, if you're trying to parody, you know what I mean, like those kind of 90s action stuff, I get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get it, but even like, I don't know. I just like it better. Like I would like the more nuanced approach for Pedro Pascal's character.
Yeah.
But no.
But it's the moments between like with Nick Cage and Pedro Pascal, like the scene where they're just watching Paddington 2, which another movie I have to see too. I saw the beginning of it, but I heard it was amazing, and I would love to cover it on the channel.
I've never seen either Paddington
so
movie.
be looking out for Paddington and Paddington 2, some Nick Cage movies. They're gonna come at you. So this movie lit a fire. So them just talking about that, and just talking about other movies like Like Nicolas Cage kept going on the
I can listen to them talk about shit for hours.
Word.
Man.
It kind of gave me a callback to Once Upon a Time where Brad Pitt and DiCaprio was talking about like movies and shit like that. They had that scene. We were talking about movies that his character in that movie did back in the days because he was portraying an actor. Mm-hmm. So you know what I mean, like I just love that. Just talking his shit. And as filmmakers, as film students who've been through a bunch of film classes, it rang a bell with us. It was just great. You know what I mean? Like it's like me talking with my film friends.
Exactly. We all have our stories. We all have the films that inspire us. This really shows what kind of man Nick Cage is. That he has like enough of sense humor about himself to portray himself as having such a huge fucking ego.
Yeah.
To the point where he like fantasizes about kissing himself.
Yeah, dude, that was so insane. Like this movie was good. I wrote it in my notes. It's literally like a testament to like the ego of actors, or at least the perceived ego from an outward perspective of like egos of like celebrities and actors and stuff like that. It was very self-important. You know what I mean? Like, you know, but that's what made it great. You know what I mean?
I love that.
Yeah.
That scene was hilarious.
Yeah, but like going to like what I didn't like about it, I would say I wish going back to Pedro Pascal, he was great in the movie, but he also had a lot of like the faults like in the movie that I wish was improved on. Yeah, like I didn't like the fact that we know how we feel about like him being a crime boss or whatever, and his cousin taking it, but my thing was like even so like that actually gave him some like. It gave him like some motivation. So I established it so late though. You know what I mean? It should have been like more of like a earlier thing, like build him up as like the second important character, not just like having as a tack on. You know
I get it. Like it's a twist, but it's a weak twist.
Exactly, it's a weak twist. It's not just a weak twist. It is the placement of it didn't work because it kind of comes out of nowhere. They should have got better fleshing it out throughout the movie. To make you know what I mean, for that to not like okay fine I guess this is what it is.
I feel like a good way to like hint at that would be maybe have the cousin like maybe in the background do some more things.
Exactly something
because that way the cousins were active throughout the entire movie and also it hints to the actual twist. But they didn't do it. But they didn't do either that. The cousin like appeared once before that moment, but the twist was real.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden he's get hit with the twist. I'm like okay, first though it was building like he was a crime boss, and I like the idea of that we don't know for sure, but more than likely it's assumed that he is, and all of the signs lead to him being the crime boss. And cool, I'm waiting for that ball to drop, and then they just kind of sideswipe that and just put all the blame on the cousin. I'm like, that was weak, and if he was gonna do that, I wish there was gonna be set up at least more to make him feel more of like a more like vital character to the story.
You know, I think what we're doing is we're kind of skirting around an issue that I think the movie has. Like this movie doesn't really have that much like a dramatic emotional core. No.
Like, it had something. It's like...
It tries. Yeah. It tries with Pedro Pascal. It tries with his family. And, like, it's all good enough for the movie, but it can be a lot better.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. We get what the movie is, and it stuck to what it is. But if they made it a little bit richer... In my opinion,
just a little bit of drama there.
Yeah, a little bit of
little bit of tugging at your heartstrings.
Would have took the movie from great to like exceptional.
Exactly, like, that would make this a top tier movie.
Yeah, but this is a top tier movie to me in general. Like this is obviously getting a high rating. I was a little more like forgiving. Like when I actually watched it, I was so amazed by it and so like shocked by it. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was.
Yeah, same.
But I'm not gonna give it as high anymore as everything's sunk in because this movie can improve a lot. But it did what it did and it was great, and I recommend this watch for everyone. Well, yeah, I give this movie a solid 89% on my Rotten Tomatoes score. What would you give it?
I was thinking this flat 90. To be honest. Yeah, it's like
both great scores.
Honestly, I think both of us would have given this higher. Like
yesterday.
Immediately after.
Yesterday, I was giving this like a 95. Yesterday, my score yesterday was a 95%, hands down. Yeah. But as the movie sunk in and
we had a night to think about it.
I was like, you know what? Nah, it's still very good. I still enjoy it. Still recommend it, but I probably was a little too nice on it, you know. But
yeah, we were caught up. We were caught up in the hype of the movie.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
it was just that entertaining.
But it still holds up. I mean. I recommend this. This is good. 2022 is off on the right foot. You know, we had everything all at once. 2 phenomenal movies back to back. I mean, I'm excited. Let's hope Multiverse of Madness lands. You know, I mean, that's gonna be crazy.